Hey guys, good evening. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Monday, the 20th of March 2017, and this is just my weekly wrap of the daily charts, the charts that I'm trading. Now, there's been a slight change of plan. As you know, if you follow me in the Facebook group and my live trading, I have been trading both the daily charts and the 4-hour charts. I'm just going to phase out the 4-hour charts, and I'm currently using a period converter custom indicator on MT4, and I will be switching to the 8-hour and the 12-hour charts also. So it'll be 8, 12 and also the daily charts on, there'll be 12 pairs. So it's a fair bit of work, but it's less work than me trading the 4-hour charts every 4 hours. I just need get some decent sleep in my life, so that's the reason why. So here we are, another week. First up, let's have a look at the news. After last week, it's a pretty quiet week. So nothing today, which is Monday. Tuesday, there's a bit of Aussie stuff, but nothing. New Zealand, you've got this GDT, that doesn't roll off the tongue very well, index, which can be a bit of a mover for the Kiwi. Crude oil on Wednesday, then the New Zealand's probably the big one. New Zealand, the official cash rates, they're not expecting a change. That's just their interest rates. It's the statements after that may move the markets. Yellen, Fed Chair Yellen speaks. Really, there's not much happening. It's a pretty quiet week compared to last week, so that's all good. Spreadsheet. If you're wondering what pairs I'm trading, if you just go into, like, here's my normal spreadsheet that you probably most of you look at, the Go Markets one, the daily where all my live trades are. Here I've made a bit of a text on what I've changed, just to give you an idea. If you're after the pairs I'm currently trading, just to the bottom right, it's got a sheet called Pairs Traded. Got a little diagram here, and the ones that are highlighted in blue are the ones I'm trading. Shows you how many from each of the 8 currencies are involved, and there's the actual pairs there, so you can see what I'm doing. So let's get to the charts. So I'll be phasing some of these daily charts out also because they're not on my list, but if they're still open, I'll keep on trading until they're complete. So as usual, we start with the Aussie New Zealand. Hasn't been kind to me. The Aussie is going up. You can see this huge divergence, bearish divergence. I'm still in one sell trade down here, so it's a long way against me, but everything still suggests to me it's going to roll over eventually, and we'll take it from there. But at the moment we're in a single trade and it's way against me, but we'll work our way out of it. Now here's a pair that I rarely trade and everyone's bugging me why I don't trade it, the Euro USD. Obviously I haven't got any trades on as yet. This is the daily chart, so I'm just waiting, and there's nothing happening at the moment. We're in a downward trend, so I guess if we get just a new sell signal somewhere, we'll take the sell signal, but not much happening at the moment. Euro Yen, we are in a trade in this one, and it's one of the pairs I will be trading still. We're in a sell trade here. MAs are fairly flat. It was based on divergence, obviously, because it's against the trend. So now I'm just waiting for it to either drop further. It looks like the MACD's rolling over. If it does pop up, and I'll be looking for a second sell trade then. But at the moment, it's not looking too bad. It's a little bit against me, but nothing to get too stressed about. Pound New Zealand, this will be a pair that I will be ditching on the daily charts and every other chart. So, but at the moment, I'm in a sell trade. This level here, it's gone against me. MAs are down. I really need a good break of this trend line here. Drawn a couple of trend lines here, but the MACD is still above the 0 level, so there's plenty of opportunity to add to this trade and take it to the downside, hopefully. USD Canadian dollar. Now I'm in a sell trade here, 2 sell trades, sorry. This is my first one down here. Went against me a long way before I got a second signal up here based all on this divergence. You can see it all, and it dropped down nicely, through my overall break-even level, which is this yellow dash line here, and it's all my notes on the chart, you can see it. I could have closed out at overall break-even, but I haven't really got a signal to say the downward trend is over as such, so I might regret this, but at the moment it's gone back above my overall break-even, but it looks like it's struggling a bit, so we'll just wait and see how it pans out. But at the moment still heading down towards the zero level on the MACD, so I'll stay in for now. Aussie Canadian dollar. Now this one is giving me some grief. You can see the price has been in a steady uptrend. You can look at this trend line here, or the I'm in 3 trades, 3 sell trades. There's my overall break even down here. Look at the big divergence on it. It's just price is cracking up and the MACD is cracking down. Big divergence. If it breaks this trend line again, we've still got a sell signal. No, we haven't. The MACD is a blue dot. So if I get a red dot on the MACD Platinum and this red QMP dot, which is a little bit hard to see, remains intact, then to me, I will look for a break of this trend line and take a 4th trade. Yeah, I'm just not sure what's going on there. There's obviously something happening between the two currencies. Aussie, Swiss franc in a buy here. Again, we're down a bit. I don't think I'm in any winning trades here so far. Not to worry though. Big divergence, big bullish divergence. We're with the trend. Just needs to pop up above this line, and at the moment there's nothing to suggest it's going to do anything else. You get these big bullish candles followed by a big bearish candle, and it goes back up again. It's a bit frustrating and a bit annoying, but doesn't really worry us people that trade on the daily charts. Aussie Japanese yen. This thing has been going sideways. In a buy, you can see my green divergence is pretty average. I think I'm ditching this pair. Still in the buy. Overall break even. At least I'm up. It's not showing any commitment at all, this pair at the moment. So we'll just wait and see. Euro Aussie in a sell trade here. You can see the trend is down. It's a sort of gradual grind down. Big divergence there, and it's probably even a double top across there or close to it. No. So there's even divergence across there. That's higher high on the price, lower low, lower high on the MACD, higher high. Didn't draw it in, but it's the same. It's a bearish divergence. As you can see, we're in a sell trade. We're not really doing much at the moment, but we're not losing too much either, which is a good thing. Right, let's go to the pound US dollar. We're in a buy trade here. It's against the trend. As you can see, the MAs are down. We have the hidden bullish divergence that's marked here with those green trend lines. You can see my entry point here. We are in profit, but it looks like it's running out of steam. And the MACD is getting up close to the zero level, so I might take some action on this possibly tomorrow. But at the moment, it's still looking all right. USD Japan, nothing at the moment. It's a bit like the AED Aussie Japan. It's going sideways. There would have been a sell trade there, but it's against the MAs, and there's no real divergence staring in the face. So I'm just giving it a miss for now. It's still on my list as one of the pairs I'm going to trade though. Pound Aussie. Against the trend in a buy trade around this level here. Did go against me, but it's holding at the moment, and I've drawn these green lines in, trend lines, looking for, you can see price has gone down and the MACD has gone up. So looking at some regular bullish divergence there again, because it was from the previous signal also. So it may give me another opportunity with a new buy signal to take a second trade and run it up. That's the plan anyway. New Zealand. Now this is giving me a little bit of grief, but I see light at the end of the tunnel. Took a buy up here, a long way away, dropped like a rock basically down to here. Got the second signal here, a good hidden bullish divergence. You can see the green trend lines there. Took a second trade up here. Pity it was such a big bullish candle up. It would have been nice if just a little half up, halfway up there would have been better, but not to be. Yeah, as soon as I took the trade, look what happens. Big, no, not a big bearish candle, but a bearish candle. Now price is starting to grind back up, and looks like it's broken through this trend line here. I'm not going to worry about taking another trade because it'll be the same level as that one. There's my overall break even, so it's not that far away. MAs are tight, but looks like they're starting to head down. So this pair is not on my new list, so once I sort of get the break even, I'll be looking just to get out of it. I'll just have a look at the swap and make sure it's not too painful. Let's go to the Euro New Zealand. In a sell here. Basically just took it with the trend bollocks, and I am missing an MA. I'll have to fix it up. I've deleted an MA. What is these indicators in here? Oxford divergence. Get rid of them. They're not supposed to be there. Yeah, I've deleted an MA there. Trend is down, but the MA's, I'll add the third one shortly. It's flattening. So basically it's a trade with the trend on the Euro New Zealand. The MACD's a long way above the zero level, so it's just a, there you go, I made a note of that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. It's broken this trend line now. Hopefully it'll just keep on falling. Hopefully, that's the plan. Euro Canadian dollar. Euro Canadian. This has been pretty good to me on both time frames. In a buy from down here still. And I've moved my stop up underneath this little low here, so it's in that area there. I've got this red dot in the MACD Platinum. So it's come down, I've just seen how it's panned out, then it's swung back up again. Looks like it's having trouble breaking through these highs. So I've got a nice tight stop. I've already closed half, so it's not such a bad thing. Let's get the New Zealand Canadian. Oh, it's had a little pop up since I last looked at it. In a buy here in this area here. It's based on divergence or double bottom and divergence. Very flat EMAs. This is a pair that sort of gets stuck in a range, so I'm quite happy to trade both ways on this pair a lot of the times. So we're in a buy and looking pretty good at the moment. Not great, but good. Euro pound. Now this is on my list. I'm not in a trade at the moment. There was a sell signal here, and I probably could have taken it. The MAs are pretty tight. There was no divergence or anything like that. I probably should have taken it just because the MAs are tight, but I declined. So we'll just have to wait and see how that goes from now on. Canada yen or Canadian Japanese yen. This is another pair like the Aussie yen, which is going sideways, going down. It's just a terrible pair at the moment. I'm in a buy based on bullish divergence. This is not on my new list, so once I get an opportunity to get out of this at break even or better, I'll probably just get out of dodge on this one. It's not a good pair. It hasn't been kind to me at all. But you know, if you caught a trend like this, probably love it then, but nah, this sideways stuff, no good. Pounds, Swiss franc, this is a new pair on my list. Just ignore these other trades. It's an EA I've got running on this. Nothing happening at the moment. The trend's basically down, and I haven't got really any divergence. Just if I've got a sell signal, I'll probably take a sell trade, but it looks like it's a fair way off at this moment. And finally, New Zealand Japanese yen, another one that's new to the list. I've just drawn my lines in here, getting ready for there is a bullish divergence there, and there was a signal here. I'm just I could probably take it and get a better entry. I might have another look at this. I might see what it does tomorrow, because technically if I'd taken it on this candle here, it would have been up on the 100 EMA. So if I took it now, I'd be getting a better price. Actually, looking at that, I will take that trade. So as soon as I finish this video, I'm going to take this New Zealand Japanese yen on the daily chart. That's a buy. So I'll add that to the Facebook group. So that's it, guys. As I said, pretty quiet news week, and I've now switched to 8, 12 and daily charts. And the problem is, I guess, that the 4 a.m. in the morning is going to be my busiest time, which is when I'm half asleep. So I'll be 12 pairs times 3, that's 36 charts. Yeah, it should be interesting, but you can rip through them pretty quick, so it's no big deal. So as usual, welcome to all the new members, anyone that's joined the JAGfx Facebook group or the subscribed on YouTube.
If you just said something, I didn't hear what it was.
Oops, my phone's talking to me now. Any questions anyone's got, feel free to post them in the Facebook group or email me direct, no problems either way. There is an FAQ section in the Facebook group. Just go up to the top underneath the banner in the file section. Just have a look there before you ask a question. It might already be answered, that's all. And yeah, I appreciate all the interaction, and also appreciate you being a member. So thanks for that, guys, and have a good week trading, and we've got plenty happening, I'd say. Cheers for that. Talk later.